welcome back to our signature segment, See the Stories. We are still with our two guests today, Ryan and Robi from the Philippines, joining us virtually, still discussing about ASEAN Youth Organization. What's the event again called? It's long, remember? Ryan, what is it again?
ASEAN Youth Economic Forum.
Economic Forum.
AYEF.
Yes,
and
right.
Japan ASEAN Youth Summit.
Yeah, I know
JAYS.
the Japan one.
You call it JAYS for short.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being him, organizing two events, two forums at the same time, and it's only a few days apart, right, between one another.
And two different countries.
Two different countries, you got to remember that, true.
And here.
In Jakarta.
So a couple of days there, and then you come back here home for 4 days, right?
Yes.
Right.
Shout out to the organizers as well, to the team.
Right, we can't imagine how
Robi,
busy
Sarah.
it must be.
I know.
Coming into, we're going into the month of February now. So Ryan, what are the unique opportunities for Japanese youth to learn about ASEAN and vice versa?
One thing for sure, I think I've mentioned as well, to really engage with the ASEAN officials and the high-level leaders. I think that's something that sets apart from our events, because then they get the opportunity to really talk and voice out their opinions, interests, needs to the right stakeholders, because they're the one who will create the policy, right? Other than that, because we want to support the people-to-people exchange, of course, the cross-cultural understanding between Southeast Asia member, because we not only cover the 10 ASEAN member states, but also Timor-Leste, and also, of course, Japan, because we cooperate with Japan. So we want to provide an avenue for them to exchange, because, of course, for me and even for you, for Robis as well, our needs and interests totally different, because we have our own educational background, identifications as well. So we really want to provide an avenue for them to really engage and, to sort of sense people-to-people exchange.
Now, when you talk about high-level leaders, who are they? Can you tell us a little bit, maybe the ones that are actually planned to come and speak at the events?
Yes, I can speak first for Japan ASEAN Youth Summit. The confirmed one, the Ambassador of Japan to ASEAN, Ambassador Kia Masahiko. Excellency been really supportive for the ASEAN Youth Organization and ASEAN Youth cause, especially for the youth development. We're going also, because we have a cooperation with Ministry of Health of Indonesia and Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, and we're now in process of tapping into the coordinating Ministry of Human Development and the Cultural Affairs of Indonesia as well. So we aim to get the high-level speakers as well from them. But as for the ASEAN Youth Economic Forum, perhaps Robi can tell us a bit more.
Robi, are you
still with us?
Alright. Yes,
She
I'm
is.
still here. So for the ASEAN Youth Economic Forum, we are trusted for the third time by the ASEAN-Japan Economic and Industrial Cooperation Committee, or AMEC, to implement AYEF. So we will, of course, they will be there during the event. And we are also inviting different ambassadors from different parts of Southeast Asia and also non-ASEAN countries to join the event. We are in the process of inviting them and waiting for their confirmation. But aside from that, of course, the ambassadors from Japan to Malaysia, we also hope to be part of the event. We're just still in the process of their receiving their confirmation, but we're very, very much interested and happy for them to be part of the event.
Super impressive.
Exactly. Hopefully
Now
everybody can make it.
share with us about the challenges that perhaps you encountered during the preparation or the process of this whole event, and perhaps the challenges that you expected to happen during the forum.
Oh, I think the list can go on and on, yeah, must be. But one thing for sure, I can speak for Japan ASEAN Youth Summit, and later I think Robi will be the right person to share about the AYEF. For Japan ASEAN Youth Summit, because again we target the 15 until 23 years old, so maybe that's not a really useful approach, because we identify that not every event, it's not every day. We organize an event only focusing for the high school students and for the students within that age group at the regional level. And we want to provide them and equip them with knowledge and skills as well, which for some people, to some extent, is quite heavy, because we're talking about environment economics issues. So that would be something that would be a challenge, but I think our team really tried their best to make sure we can tap in and use the right strategies as well to connect with the youngsters and the stakeholders as well.
Amazing. Okay, Robi, I want to hear from you now.
Still
Alright,
with us? Oh,
as
yeah.
for AYEF, so hello.
Yes.
And perhaps you can mute the chat, perhaps? Is that coming from you, the sound?
Hello.
Okay, go on.
Hello. Okay, it's okay. For AYEF, as Ryan mentioned, there are also a lot of challenges along the way. One challenge is having a multicultural teammate. It's also, I would say it's a challenge, but also very unique opportunity for all of us to work towards one project together. At the same time, everyone also gets to share their own perspective because we have different local contexts, we have different background, and I'm very, very happy that all of my teammates are also very active and contributing their own ideas. Another challenge I would say is receiving lots of submissions. So as I mentioned earlier, we receive around 600 submissions, and right now the team is in the process of selecting the best delegates who can represent their own country during AYEF. I think those are two challenges, but at the same time, very unique opportunities for us to provide this platform as well to our fellow Southeast Asian and also the Japanese youth as well to be part of this program, network with one another, and also work towards our common goal of promoting climate resilient economy and also, of course, to address different environmental issues.
Wow. So 600 submissions, you received that. So how many will be selected from that?
Right now for AYEF, we have slots for 30.
30 only out of
My
600.
goodness.
Okay, then my next question would be, do you have any tips perhaps for future applicants in order to be selected and how to create the best application? Any tips for the youngsters?
Yeah, we have 30 slots for the funded delegates, but for the public forum, this is for the day one, this is more open, so we have around 100 slots. Is
100.
the one that I mentioned earlier that no age or nationality requirement.
Yeah.
Now if you want to be part of the 30 funded delegate, what's important is that you highlight on how your profile is aligned with the theme of the event. So for this time, it's about climate change and building a climate resilient economy. So we also look for if you have keen interest on this topic for, let's say, at least 1 year, if you have a related subjects or studies during your undergraduate years or during college in your universities, if you have experience or work experience working on promoting these topics or advocating for the environment and also building a climate resilient economy, those are the things that we're trying to see in your application.
Wow.
Definitely not.
Definitely
If I may
going to be
add,
very
Mas-
challenging for
Sure.
us.
And also, do not use AI generate answer.
Yeah, I think that
That would be
needs to
something a
be
challenge
very
as well,
highlighted
right,
from
Robi?
now on. So, guys,
Ryan.
Robbie, you're speaking about alignment, about aligning your views on your profile when you're trying to, what do you call it? Trying to get yourself into this. Now, guys, how do the events align with? We know ASEAN is a big organization, so how do the events align with ASEAN's broader goals with development for youth development and economic?
Okay, who wants to answer me?
Okay.
I can start. You go.
Go, Robbie.
Okay, I can start first with
Yes.
AYEF.
Yeah.
So AYEF, this actually aligns with 3 key priorities of the ASEAN Work Plan on Youth 2021 to 2025. Sorry for some jargons. So through indicator 1, we empower youth to participate in policy-making process. So day 2 of the event is about policy-making processes, getting the recommendations and how we can improve the policies in ASEAN-Japan collaboration as well. It also aligns with indicator 4, or participation and engagement. So we provide platforms for the youth participants, young leaders to influence ASEAN policies. And it also aligns with indicator 7, or ASEAN values and identity. So we invite various speakers for the public forum or day 1, and through that opportunity, we try to foster ASEAN awareness, values, and identity through this exchange program. And Ryan already mentioned this a while ago, but about the ASEAN Youth Development Index, we empower young leaders to influence policies in areas like education and participation. The forum also fosters dialogue and networking with one another, not just with fellow young leaders, but of course with the high-level officials, the ambassadors, for example, etc. And we try to provide platform for the young leaders to contribute to climate resilience and economic growth. For Jace, maybe Ryan, if you wanna go ahead.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Yeah, I
Ryan?
think we can really revisit the ASEAN Youth Development Index, Masma, because there is our guideline, and we support the index as well. We provide with tangible and measurable indicators as well. So really, we want to provide an avenue for the youngsters and other stakeholders as well to support the engagement and participations of the youth, the ASEAN and Japanese youth, really.
Okay, last but not least, we want to know where can we find the latest update regarding these two events and
This is
social
important.
media accounts. Please.
Sure. For the youngsters, you can visit our website, aseanyouth.net.
ASEANYouth.net. Okay.
Yes. For Jays, it's /JAYS. For YEF, it's /AYEF. So it depends on the program, because we have different programs. And you can also check our Instagrams as well at AYO ASEAN. There will be like a lot of contents, information, announcements there. So yeah.
Alrighty then, we wish you the best of luck for the two
sure.
events, ASEAN Youth Economic Forum and the Japan ASEAN Youth Summit.
There you go.
Because I have it written now.
Yeah, you're good. Robbie, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Robi.
Ryan, thank you
I
for
hope to see
being
you
here,
guys there.
sharing with us. Hopefully, again, the preparation goes smoothly, and then everything can transpire.
Oh, and thanks for inspiring the youngsters out
There you go.
there.
There you go.
All right, then it's time for us to take another break. But don't worry, because See Today will continue. So please stay with us right here on a 3-hour news show on See Today.